Hi, what's up guys? So I've been wanting to share with you all what I think makes the difference in trading. Is it discipline or motivation? Now, what's the difference? Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. The big question now is that, are you being motivated or are you being disciplined? Now, let's break it down a little bit more. Motivation is like a spark. But spark alone can also send fire. So what happens when the hypes going off? What happens when the losses hit? What happens when the setbacks and the alarms goes off? Discipline comes in place, right? Because like most of you, we all get motivated because most of you who come into trading, you just probably watch a video on YouTube and you found out like, oh, this guy makes so much money on trading, I want to become a trader as well, right? That's called motivation. Or probably you saw someone post and like, okay, this post aligns with me. That's called motivation. Like I said, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Okay, so what happens when you get into trading? You find out that a trader who trade and you downloaded your first MT4, MT5 and you funded your account, and what happens in the first 2 months? You've blown it all. Now, you begin to set back, you begin to go back to your old routines, you begin to go back to your old habits, and you begin to feel like trading is not what you want to do anymore, right? That's when discipline comes in. That's what separates the winners from the losers. The winners are disciplined, not motivated. Motivated won't take you far because it expires. It has an expiring date. It doesn't last long. But it's a good place to start from, because without motivation, you can be disciplined. At the same time, being motivated alone cannot sustain you for a long time, because if you just focus on being motivated, you would definitely be able to lose out on a big time. Because trading alone comes with so much stress, comes with so much pains, comes with so much failures. So this motivation alone cannot hold you long in the game. If you're thinking about trading as a long-term process or a long-term thing, you have to be disciplined. You don't have to focus more on the motivation. You have to be more disciplined than just being motivated. Okay, so how do you transit from just being motivated to discipline? I'm going to break it down for you in very simple form. How do you get motivated is by probably in a book or likes and a song, maybe a video on YouTube. Those things get you motivated, right? You probably watch a video and you feel like, okay, I want to change my life, or you listen to the song and the song hits you so and you feel like, I want to change my life as well too. Or probably you read a book and the book tells you something that you feel like, okay, my life has to change, right? That is a good place to start. But that alone cannot sustain you for a long time, okay? So you have to transit from just being motivated alone to become disciplined. Now, discipline is found in your daily routine. Discipline is what you do every single morning, every single day, every single hour. Discipline is what you tell yourself and you stick at it. Discipline is saying, I'm gonna wake up by 5 in the morning, and you wake up at 5, even on days where you don't feel like it. Discipline is saying, I'm gonna jog early in the morning, probably about 6 for 30 minutes, and you jog each morning by 6. Discipline is saying, I'm gonna pray for 30 minutes each day, and you pray for 30 minutes each day. Discipline is saying, I want to journal all my trade, and you journal all your trade. Discipline is saying, okay, I won't add to losing position, and you don't add to losing position. Discipline is saying, I'll always have a stop loss and a take profit order, and you have a stop loss and take profit order. That's called discipline. It's not just about having the feeling of, oh, I want to be a trader and I want people to see I'm trading. Motivated people only post their wins and they don't post their losses out, right? They go offline when they lose and they come online when they win. And I'm not trying to say not to post or not to post your wins or loss, right? But we must understand that being disciplined is not just about 1 week process, 1 month process. It's a long-term thing, and you have to begin to think long-term, right? So if you look out for top traders, you understand that they are not just being motivated, they are being disciplined. So, and one thing that's mostly funny is that after being disciplined, they began to motivate you all. So you all now fall back to the motivation. It's because it's a cycle. It's because that you have to be motivated first to become disciplined. But most people never get to the discipline stage, right? They only get motivated, and once the motivation dies, they fall back. And that's really dangerous, because they go back to motivation again, and they get to a certain stage, the motivation dies, they come back. Someone once says motivation doesn't last. That's true. It's just like taking your bath. That's why we do it every single day. I mean, you can't just say that I want to take my bath today and I won't take my bath for the rest of my life or for the rest of the week. No, you have to do it every single day. And sometimes you do it 3 times a day, sometimes you do it 2 times a day, right? That's how motivation works. You have to be consistent on it until it builds down to become discipline. And it don't just do that. It don't just build on its own. It has to be deliberate and intentional. Deliberate and intentional. Yeah. So, being motivated is a good place to start, but it has to transit from being motivated alone to become disciplined. You have to go from just being a motivated trader to become a disciplined trader. Stick to your rules, trade one pairs, focus on one strategy. That's called being disciplined. Not following the news, the noise out there, and doing every single thing you see, trading every single pair you do. No, that's called motivation. And motivation doesn't last, like I said. It has an expiring date. And if you stick to it too long, you may or you may not transit. But the key is that to transit, you must be intentional and deliberate. You must have it in the back of your mind that I want to become a disciplined trader and not just a motivated trader, right? So this is what I call the difference between motivation and discipline. And I hope this video is helpful to you. And if it was helpful to you, you can help me smash the like button. You can also comment down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And at the same time, click the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you can always get it first. Alright, bye for now.